Hello class, this is Mr. Lehman. I want to talk to you about Lesson 12 in the Weather Unit. Lesson 12 in the Weather Unit is titled Molecular View of Pressure. We've talked a lot about pressure over the last couple lessons, and so today we really want to just highlight and key and focus on what is actually happening. What causes pressure? How can we increase it? How can we decrease it? So what causes gas pressure when we take a look at the atoms and the molecules moving around? Alright, so let's take a look at some common objects. We have a basketball, a balloon, a tire. Basketball, if it's flat, we bounce it on the floor, and when it goes to bounce, it doesn't really bounce much at all. But we can add air to the basketball, and by pumping it up and putting more air into it, we cause more pressure, and it will bounce off the floor much higher. A tire, if we have a flat tire, we won't go very far in a bicycle or car. Assuming there's no hole in the tire, we pump more air into it. We can get the tire to work a lot better. We can go much faster on a tire that's inflated. A balloon, definitely a balloon. We squeeze on a balloon and it presses back. And so what's going on inside each of these three objects? We have to remember the Boltzmann 3D simulation we did. If you're confused about anything I talk about, go back and check out the Boltzmann 3D. There's a link just above this link in my Moodle page, which you're on right now when you're checking this out. And open that Boltzmann 3D up and look at how the molecules move. Alright, so our basketball, we have billions and billions and billions of gas molecules inside our basketball. And so at any given moment, there are going to be millions and millions, if not billions, colliding with the sides of the basketball. And so the reason why the basketball stays inflated, the reason why it bounces off the floor, is when this basketball hits the floor, the moment it hits, there's going to be billions of molecules of gas pressing down on the basketball, pushing off the floor, which causes it to bounce up off the floor. The balloon, the reason why when we push on the balloon pushes back, is because there's millions and millions and millions of molecules of gas inside the balloon that at any given moment are striking and pressing outwards on the balloon, counteracting the force of us pushing in on the balloon. Tires, as we pump more air into a tire, we go to squeeze it, the gas molecules colliding with the side of the tire exert a pressure on the tire and causes the press outwards. And so, well, how do we increase pressure? We already mentioned one of the ways. How do we increase pressure? We can do a couple things here. To increase the pressure, the most convenient option is add more gas particles to our object. If we add more gas particles, at any given moment, there are going to be more collisions. If there are more collisions, there's more pressure. So add more gas molecules, cause more collisions, more pressure. Collisions cause pressure. Second option is if we can't increase the number of collisions, we can increase the force of collisions. And so to make the molecules move faster, we could increase the temperature. If we increase the temperature, molecules move faster. More forceful collisions. Just like you'd rather get hit by a car going 3 miles per hour than you would a car going 15 miles per hour, because it's going slower, it's not going to hurt as much. Oops. And so same thing applies here. The faster the gas molecules are moving, the more forceful the collisions, the more pressure there will be. The third option, if we can't heat up the substance, if we can't add more air to it, we could decrease the volume. We could decrease the size of the container. If we decrease the size of the container, there's not as much room for the molecules to move around. They're going to collide more often, more collisions, more pressure. So this is lesson 12. Hope it helped. Have a great day.